Hello and welcome to the Sorare Data Show. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare, joined today by psufans2, Sean Newsham, to talk about some Essence and card crafting and all the stuff that we have loved from the very beginning of the announcement. Sean, you haven't actually been on since Essence was introduced. What do you think about it?
In terms of like when it was first announced?
Or now?
No, I'm saying like, is that what you're talking about? Like,
I don't think you have been on a stream when after Essence was announced, and so I don't think anybody knows how you feel.
I'm okay with it. I think it's good. I saw someone complain that you now will they're giving away less cards, which like I don't care about that. The fact that I can actually, if I want, guarantee a card that in theory should be valuable is good. Like now I can sit there and decide to wait, or I can gamble and just shoot my shot early and hope to hit something good.
Yeah. I think that's it. Simple as that. Thanks everyone for coming in. Tom Brimson, excuse me, Bob Franklin and Philly Dilly on the podiums. Bob says, as in life, I expect nothing. That way I can't be disappointed. Philly Dilly said, looking forward to this, did some hashtag math on this and curious if you guys came up with the same thing. Full disclosure, I didn't do any math. But I know people that did math and we'll see. Halogen, apparently Quinny and Harry are also live right now. Harry's not live yet, I know. And I think Quinny's already done. But maybe that's true. We're out of the dip. Major NFT, what's up? Stylish One, hello from South Africa. Any other South Africans, let me know if there's a community group to join. I don't know if there is one, but you can always start one. Peter, speaking of math, Peter did the math for us. So we'll talk about that. Mike, what's up? Johannatan, Sorare. Ooh, what is this? J-Lau? Is that what you would say? Surely that's not like Jlau, but I don't know. Rascal Masaki, Red or Dead. Kusje, in theory, is good. Only helps if they fix the reward pools. Deke, what's up? Malky. What is this line from Mike? Guaranteed in theory is Sorare rewards summed up perfectly.
I mean, did I talk to you about the Cap 240 situation last week?
We were in a Discord that discussed it. Yes.
Okay, yeah. All right, so for those that are not aware, and we'll give you guys we really need to go into too many details. Bellama was like blown away by this. He was like arguing with me. I'm like, here's the proof. I'm like, I won these cards in this situation. So last game week, I won the Cap 240 super rare. Won it.
Congrats.
Thank you. I was pretty happy with it. So first of all, you can confirm I hate the friendly edition. I think it's asinine. I don't like it at all. But I also am very good at it because
you'll play.
I'm able to logically figure shit out more than most people in terms of like what to do. And I can look at my big bundle of players and be like, all right, these are the most likely guys to play in these situations, which in these situations typically will lead to success, which is what happened last game week. Is I was able to just like plow everyone in my important lineups together. I think I had in my three most important lineups, like I had one DNP and the lineup was good otherwise, but I had that DNP and then I finished first and third in the other two because of that. So I won Cap 240 super rare. I finished third in Cap 240 rare. I won cards in both, obviously. The super rare card winnings were worse for third place than my win in Cap 240 rare. I don't think
it was the other way.
Cap 240 rare winning was better than the Cap 240 super rare.
But you didn't win 240 rare, right?
No, I finished third. Yeah, my third.
So third in rare was better than first in super rare.
Yes, third in Cap 240 rare was better than first in Cap 240 super rare. If that helps explain to everybody why why super rare divisions are not great and why everyone's like, wow, these suck, there's a good example. I don't think it's close. Like you saw the cards, like I think it's pretty clearly the side of the third and 240 rare was better.
I just wanted to check on because the third, the rare reward was a tier 2.
The rare reward was a tier 2 rare.
And the super rare reward was a tier 2 super rare.
Yes.
And a tier 3 unique.
Yes.
But the tier 2 rare was better.
Yes. And if you saw them, we can bring them up if you'd want. Would you agree? Like they're definitely
So it was Denny Bowanga was the 240 rare.
correct.
And then the super rare was Lavia super rare and Tommy Thompson, who I'm not the MLS expert, but I didn't know he still played professional football. But apparently Tommy Thompson unique was the other one.
I mean, he doesn't. That's part of the issue. I don't like he
I
doesn't.
actually also didn't realize he had a defender card.
I honestly, he's played 10 minutes on the year. He subbed in twice. He played 10 minutes.
And he was a tier 3.
Which is fine. Like, look, I'm not expecting.
No,
I wasn't
it's not.
expecting tons from that. Well,
no, it's not.
But that's the bottom end unique, right? Like the tier 3 is the lowest you go in unique. So it could be like the worst card on the platform. Which Tommy Thompson.
I'm not sure I even knew that.
Pretty close. Yeah, it's only tier. Yeah, unique only goes to tier 3. It doesn't it's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. There's no tier 0, there's no tier 4, tier 5.
So the funny thing is that you would think that meant that the players who are in tier 4 and tier 5 are not rewarded, but they're just in tier 3.
Tier 3 is basically like bottom of tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5. That's what tier 3 is in the unique level.
Right. Major NFT said, "I'll give you 2.00, which surely means ETH.
Definitely.
Not $2.
Sold.
And
send over 2 ETH, it's yours. I'll even give you a discount, send over 0.2 ETH, and it's yours. Like
both?
What?
How about all 3?
All 3 for 0.2 ETH. You can have them all.
0.2? Not even 2 ETH.
No, that's how bad it was. Yeah, A. Palmero said that he was second and thought he was on it, had it in the bag. Congrats on not winning, because I'm pretty sure I think you got a reward that was better than mine anyways. And also, you just didn't want to win that because that was depressing.
Tommy Thompson 100 incoming says, Jerm, do you think he reaches 100 points the rest of the season?
I was thinking that. I don't know. So you want to know the last time Tommy Thompson cracked 35, Laird?
35.
Was March of 2023.
Jesus.
But I don't care about the Thompson card. I really don't. It's fine. I wasn't that upset. But my thing is like, if you win a super rare division and you're getting rewards that are less than third place in the rare division, that is not right.
Feels poor.
Feels not good. So anyway, so I won that. And I was just like, so I was talking to Gator. I was actually, so the funny thing is I was pretty freaking pumped. I won Bowanga for third. I was like, that's a great card because I can use that card in season.
For midweek too.
I won. Actually, you want to know what's funny? You want to know who was fourth? Carlos Gill. But I just won a Gill the week before.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So, but anyway, so I was like, yeah, that's a great card. And then I opened the Cap 240 Super Rare win cards. I'm like, holy shit, that's bad.
So I don't know if I discussed this with you or not, but it seems like the reward pools are significantly boosted right now, and they're not actually meaning like Bowanga as a tier 2. I don't think happens that often. No, it pretty much only happens when like the European cards are not being rewarded.
He typically is. He typically was a tier 1. So like I think I got lucky with him. Like that card was a great pull. That was like top of the tier 2.
So let me get into this. So he's been like, I think he got into tier 0, a star earlier in the season. He's dropping now, and I think that the drop in the tiers, or the drop in the number of players that are being rewarded because they're not rewarding most of the European players now, means that now the pool of players that can be rewarded is smaller. So the star tier is smaller. So every tier is smaller. So everybody keeps getting pushed down. And I thought that only players who were playing now were getting rewarded. And Gator guy pointed out to me because he was like, about your reward actually, because he was like, Lavia is not playing right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's not playing right now. However, Cole Palmer is playing now. And so they're like, oh, he's on Chelsea. Chelsea's playing now, so we'll reward Chelsea players.
Probably.
And so it feels like Smooth Boy here says, I got an Oblak as a tier 2 rare. Like that's not. So I think the reward pools, or it's not that we're getting more rewards, but like the better players are trickling down because the number of players in the pool is significantly smaller.
Why did I win Lavia then, Laird?
What's that?
Why did I win Lavia?
Because Lavia plays with Cole Palmer, and Cole Palmer plays now, and they play on Chelsea. Like I think they're like Palmer's playing, so Chelsea gets in the rewards pool.
Yeah, so it just wasn't a rewarding experience to say. But the best part was I didn't even care. And Gator guy's like, yeah, he's like, funny thing is you probably don't even give a shit. He's like, no, he's like, you're just so beaten down, you just don't even give a shit anymore. I'm like, true. I really didn't. I was just like, whatever. I'm like, yeah,
you're gonna win some competition next season with Lavia, and you'll be fine.
I actually don't.
Thompson is going to the grave with you.
I actually don't think that's a terrible card per se, but from a pure value standpoint, it's not close. Like
agreed.
Lavia Super, like when I won it, there was a Lavia Super Rare that was listed at like 0.055 and not selling, and Bawanga had just sold the day before for 0.071.
Yeah, I mean it's not even close.
I don't even think Tommy Thompson's worth like 0.01. Like I don't think anyone would pay me 0.01 for Tommy Thompson unique.
I'm really curious what the most amount of money you could get for that card.
I mean, I really don't. If anyone, I will sell. Here's the thing. If he played, because he's an in-season card, it's probably worth like 0.05. If he played,
how many in-season uniques do you need?
3. I'm not saying it's good, but it's like if he played games and I could actually play him, he's probably worth 0.05 because he's an in-season card. Probably.
I honest to God don't think anybody would ever pay you that.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think
if he played every single game, I don't think any.
Oh no, if he played every single game, he's worth it. I wouldn't sell him for 0.05. If he was like a lock starter that averaged 30 a game, I wouldn't sell him just because sometimes it can unlock a lineup that wouldn't unlock otherwise. And like the winning ETH in like Challenger in season is reasonable.
I don't think you are ever winning with his scores.
I would bet you that if you gave me 30 from him as a starter, I would win something in this season with his in-season card. I'm confident in it.
All right.
During the summer, I would finish 7th at some point because his card's in a lineup that I wouldn't have had otherwise.
So if you where's this thing? If you had reached the 3rd Essence milestone for a unique and got a tier 3 Tommy Thompson, how would you feel about Essence?
Not good. Not good. But no, you know what? Actually, though, I would.
In fairness, that's the first level, so I don't think you'd ever do that.
In that situation, you took the gamble and you got the pile of shit. Like you can't be upset if you take the risk and you get a pile of shit.
Yeah, like if you take the first milestone,
yeah,
God, it's literally only 20. Yeah. I mean, 83%. God bless you for even trying.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, here's the thing with Essence that you and I talked about. There's different math on it. I'm pretty sure the math is saying to take it early, right? Like that's what Clement said.
Well, actually,
I did math too. I saw on Twitter somewhere, but like I skimmed stuff. I was like, I don't really care.
So the problem is that it's all different based on division because like champion is just so much more valuable than challenger and contender. But yeah, Peter, who is here in the chat, if anybody wants to follow him on Twitter, it's Yowza, YOWZA_. And he did this math, basically putting like the value of each. He did it for limiteds. I do like this point from Mike, though. I'm sure the content creators would hit that 2% tier 1 at the first milestone. But it basically, like Peter tried to essentially put a value on each milestone. And I was curious if you looked at it this way yourself initially.
No. Again, like I think Clement pretty much said similar that it was better to pull early and just keep pulling them. But like for me, I just like don't want tier 5s, tier 4s, tier 3s. Like I just don't want them.
So it's like that is exactly how I'm thinking about it. That if I have a chance to literally eliminate the possibility of getting a card I don't want or that I probably don't want, I would rather that than play the whole like I might want it. Like getting tier 3s out of the possibilities is so enticing to me.
Yeah, so I actually think that people, can you pull up the essence, the milestones again?
Yeah.
I feel like people like, I'm not pulling the 20 probably ever. I'm not pulling the 50 ever. The 100 is interesting to me because I do think tier 3s possess value. Another thing that I hate with the essence, the only thing I really was like, this is annoying and stupid. I would like to just be able to pick like, okay, I have like 200 essence from champ, 100 essence from challenger, 100 essence. I want to be able to just take all of my essence from champ in that situation.
But everybody does.
Or I want to have the ability to know what my percentages are so that I can like decide at that time, like, okay, this is my weighted average. And I just don't know if I'm going to have that information available.
I would guess you could figure it out. Like you'll know where you won your essence.
I mean, you'd probably have to like, if you're actually having to do it manually, it's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like a third-party site that would track that stuff.
I did do the math on the essence. The essence, in average, you're going to get 6 essence a box, I think. Like on average, you're going to get 6 essence per box you get.
But
during the Euro.
Per essence box.
Yeah. No, because the boxes are the reward box. Every box you get on average is 6 essence.
Oh, so it's not every box where you have essence, the average is 6.
No, you might get 20, you might get 0, but
I'm saying average, like you're not guaranteed to get essence in a box.
Correct. The average essence in a box is 6.
Okay.
So like you might get 0, you might get 25 or whatever it was, but like the average is 6. So like if you average 6 essence per box, that means for milestone 1, effectively, like on average, every 4 boxes you open is going to be a milestone 1 on average. Every 7 boxes or every 9 boxes you get is going to be like a milestone 2. So that's the average essence. But also, like, that's another thing that you mentioned. It was a good point by you. We don't know what it's going to be like after the Euros and Copa America are over. We don't know, like, we can assume it's going to be worse.
So it might have been Peter. I'm not sure if it was, but I'm going to give Peter credit for this. The expectation, or at least the possibility that Peter was saying, is that these percentages that we have for Euro and Copa would be the Division 1 percentages, and then they get worse for the other divisions.
Could you repeat that?
So like everything we see here stays the same for Division 1 in Challenger, Champion, and Contender.
Oh, okay.
But they get worse for each subsequent division.
But the idea, though, is that this is going to be like the D1 payout.
Right.
Either way, this is sure a hell of a lot better than like a 90% chance at a level up.
Totally agree.
Like, I don't want, honestly, and I told this to you, like, I'm more than happy to take credits in football. Like, give me $1,000 in credits. I'll spend that shit. I didn't want it in basketball and baseball because I didn't want to buy any cards. But like in this, I want to buy cards. Like, you give me 50% credit up to $100. Like, that feels pretty damn good to me.
I agree.
So yeah, like if you in this box right here, every box you open in this level, your average essence is 6.
Okay.
Because you have a 40% chance of 5, a 20% chance of 10, a 10% chance of 20, and a 30% chance of 0. So your average is 6. So every box you get averages to 6. But like, so for me personally, like, I don't want you're still gambling at the high end. So like, here's the thing: you're still
For
gambling
sure.
at the high end. I think that tier 2s and above are usable, especially as like in-season cards. So I think like the 100 is reasonable. I think the 250 is also reasonable because like I'm never gonna pull at 20 essence. I don't think. I just like don't really think that makes much sense to me. With the exception of when I might do that is if I like get 20 essence in a super rare Euro champ box, and it's 100% champ Euro or Premier League. Because if I get like a tier 5 in the Prem, it's probably not that terrible. Does that make sense?
I don't think it's. I don't think you're ever going to redeem for a tier 5 champ card.
At super level, I might. If it's like a guaranteed champ card and I have 100% equity in champ, and then as I go, it's going to like dilute to like the other options, I would probably consider it.
You want a tier 5 super rare?
It's not tier 5. It's like a chance at other than tier 5s. And if the worst you get is a tier 5 super rare Prem, like that's not terrible. You have a 50% chance to get above a
Right.
tier 5 in champ. So like if I had 100% of my essence was champ, I might pull the first milestone knowing that I'm going to dilute further as we go. Definitely would probably pull a 50 in that situation. But again, like I just don't know if I'm going to, like, let's say, here's another thing, Laird. Let's say I have 300 essence buildup and I want to pull a milestone 2. Can I? And like, if I can, like, is it going to pull like...
I don't think you can.
Okay, all right, let me rephrase this. If I have 240 essence and I want to redeem, so I have a 240 and I want to redeem the milestone 3, how does that work? In terms of like your essence breakdown.
I have no idea, Sean.
Like, can I just be like, I want 100% of my essence from the champ Europe to be...
Oh, no.
So like in that, does it just like divide it by whatever percent you have?
I think there's absolutely no way you will ever be able to choose the region.
Okay. So if I have...
Other than only playing that region.
Yeah, which is, again, that actually, so you and I talked about that in the Discord. Like, it definitely de-incentivizes you to play other regions. It does.
Like if you're like a current one lineup player and you're like, I want to expand out, the only expansion is another lineup in that competition.
Yeah, like you do not want to be playing. Like if you are someone that plays champ and you're like, I want to play a contender, this makes it not make sense.
It really doesn't make sense.
What I think might make sense long term, to me at least, is like play classic as my primary competitions in champ, and then play in season as my main competitions in challenger and contender, where you're not winning boxes.
Where you're not, yeah, that's fair.
But like again, that's just annoying.
It's also less cash.
It doesn't matter though, because then my boxes are going to be like heavily weighted to champ, not contender or challenger. In theory,
I mean, you're basically sacrificing the higher payouts for the possibility of a star rare in 5 months, 3 months.
The Real Nose said milestone 1 makes the most sense because even if you get a tier 5, you can sell it later on at some point when it turned into a tier 3. I'm not sure I can sell a lot of my random ass tier 5 super rares, sir.
I would love to know how many tier 5s become tier 3s.
I mean, probably a good amount, but like there's also...
Whoa. What does that mean? 17? 100?
I mean, I don't know.
I bet it's so much lower than people think.
Possibly, but like you also have tier 3s, tier 4s that then become tier 5s.
Exactly.
Like I just... Yeah, Rascal said tier 5s are the absolute most worthless cards. 100% agree. Like some of them are just horrific.
They're absolutely worthless, and they have a 99% chance of staying absolutely.
Yeah. Mike Basson said, I like Sean's thinking. It sounds like he'll be playing less divisions. I won't. I'll just be playing everything like I normally would.
So I wanted to see where...
Yeah, like I'm just gonna probably play just as normal as I normally would, and then just pull shit based on where I want to go.
So Tommy Thompson's a tier 5 rare.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would hope so. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
You're not getting much from good old Tommy Thompson over there.
Jonathan said, if I only play champ, will I only be able to get champ players with my essence? Yes.
Yes.
However, if you play any global comps, now
No.
we start
Global doesn't impact it. Global doesn't change your range.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I remember reading.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, Peter said the issue with Essence is that it's not sustainable, scalable if the user growth occurs because Essence is tied to boxes and boxes are tied to a percentage of entries and not fixed amount. Issues obviously not with limiteds, it's with like rares and above, which I do agree with. Like if you have a boatload, but like not those that many people are playing the ones above. But like I thought about it, so like here's the thing. In the Euros, Pranksy is gonna be able to get like 2 tier 1 uniques by the end of like the Euros. Because he's just gonna wreck.
How much does he need for that? Let me see.
You need 300, but he's probably gonna get like 40 a week because he's gonna have like 3 lineups in Euros, 3 lineups in Copa, and he's just gonna smash it because his cards are the best cards.
Yeah, but that's only 18 euro, an average of 18 euro essence per game week.
Yeah, that's 3 in each layer, not 3.
Yeah, so but it's 3 like euro, 3 Copa, right?
Yeah, so it's like 36 in theory, but like 36 essence ran like 8 times, get you up close to 300.
Yeah, I don't think that's only one. Also, it's not multiple. Like he's just getting one.
Yeah. But like I was talking more so like if they keep this going, like I don't know how it works from the unique and super level. Like if they keep it going and like that is the long-term essence play. Pranksy's gonna win like a tier 1 unique a month. Like I don't understand how that can even happen. Like legit, like how does that even happen?
I mean, it's only 12. Well, yeah, 12 tier 1s for the season. Well, it's not even for the season. It's probably 9 months, 8 months.
Well, no, I mean he plays everything. I think. Does he play contender?
No,
he doesn't. He plays challenger.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I just don't really know how it adds up mathematically, like long term. Like he can't really win like 10 tier 1 uniques from box or from essence a year, but he can. Like he's gonna.
It seems too high to me.
I don't know. I think he would have a very high record of getting essence.
I guess theoretically, if he's entering 3, does he multi-enter unique? I mean, I assume so.
I would assume next season he will max enter unique in contender. He's gonna max enter it in contender.
I was gonna say it's La Liga, Bundesliga. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna have 5. He's gonna have 15 lineups in unique level classic. So if he gets, let's say, 5 boxes a week, which is probably low, honestly. So that means he's effectively getting 30 essence a game week minimum. I mean, you need 300, so it's like 10 game weeks. So some midweeks you get stuff. So it's like every 2 months he's getting a tier 1 unique in.
On average.
Yep. Which seems like a lot. But it seems like that's not really like sustainable for them to give that away in boxes. Because you can guarantee yourself a tier 1 by going to the top level.
Are the percentages the same for unique?
No, it's literally 100% tier 1.
No, sorry, that's not what I meant. I meant the essence percentages in the boxes. But yes, it is. Like this is what I meant. Like how what your chances are of getting 20, 10, and 5.
Yeah, so like.
But it's the same.
So like, what? I just don't know how there's going to. Braden said Pranksy is such an outlier. He is, but at the unique level, there's not many cards, and like it's not like other people aren't going to be winning these cards either. Like Bellama will probably get like 1 every 3 months. Bambi will get 1 every 3 months. Like it's not like how can you give out? The issue is they need people to not select the top 1 every time, but like I can't imagine Pranksy is going to go sit there and when he's collecting essence so quickly, be like, yeah, I'm going to take the gamble and pull the other stuff. Yeah, and super rare is going to be an issue too. I just don't know. But the issue with super rare is less so, I guess, because there is a lot more cards and you don't have just 100% chance at a tier 1. I mean, we're at
You
the
do
end.
it right. You do it at 500, not 300.
Yeah, you have to get more essence, and you aren't just guaranteed a tier 0. Because like
Right.
a tier 1 is a tier 0 at the unique level. Let me go check to see what the unique prize pool is in like Challenger. Because I know I know that obviously Champ doesn't really exist right now. So like I'm gonna go look at Challenger. So
I do like that point, sorry, that Peter brought up earlier, that basically one of the issues is that box prizes are based on percentage. So if there's a humongous increase in users, a lot more people are winning boxes.
correct. They could just keep that number the same though. Like they could just have it based on like we can give out this many boxes a week and just always keep it at that many boxes or something.
Right. But that's
Yeah.
that almost makes it harder for them, because then it's like, oh, now it's really, 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 really hard to win again.
Yeah. So at the unique level, the tier 1 for Challenger currently is Forsberg, Insigne, Zach McMath, Sean Johnson, and Rusnak. Which
What is that? The tier 1 unique?
Tier 1 unique. They're actually like they don't even have champion in the prize pools. So tier 1 for Challenger is just like a whole bunch of guys.
Is that for this weekend?
Yeah, the upcoming weekend. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I like the essence. I like the idea of it. I like the fact that I'm going to, if I choose, I can remove getting shitty cards. Like if I want to guarantee myself a T1 or above, I can do it. And that to me seems pretty good. Because like in Challenger, let me go see a T1 super rares in Challenger. So tier 1 super rare in Challenger. Oh, actually, I think unique still bugged because Star. Oh no, it's not. So tier 1 in Challenger this upcoming week, super rare. Evander, Buonga, Gill, Brady, Rossi, Freeze, Larice, Kalina, Pace, Benteke, Gillespie, Pedro de la Vega, Schulte, and Semla. Like as long as I don't pull de la Vega and Semla, I'm probably pretty happy here.
Yeah.
Or at least I'm not like upset. So if I just sit there, and then this is the tier, like you have a 50% chance of that, a 50% chance of Messi, Lucho, Chicho, Puig, Hernandez, or Cucho, Morris, and Kai Wagner. Like, so like in this situation, I have a 50% chance of hitting a card I for sure want, and then like a 47% chance of a card that's like, okay, this is fine, and you only have 2 dumpster fires. Jonathan said, do we think you'll be able to buy boxes with So coins? I have a So coins take, Laird. I want to see what you think. Laird has crashed out, it appears. So I'm going to go. Here's my take, guys, with the So coins. I think they created the So coins and then just had no idea what the hell to do with the So coins, that they just decided not to do anything and they just sort of buried the So coins. So like So coins are just effectively not worthwhile. Laird has messaged me that his internet has gone out. So if you guys got any questions, shoot them over to me now. So I think that the essence is pretty good because you can like remove those type of cards. Like if you don't want to get a bad card, you can avoid it. If you want to take the gamble and potentially hit something with using a lot less amount, I think that you can. So like I think there's merit to everything, and the fact that everybody is seemed like everybody mathematically is saying that it is best to do just the first run because you're going to do stuff like it's at least interesting. Peter said, I think they have mismanaged the SoCoin economy, so dumped it instead of building out the store. Yeah, I think they just like literally don't know what to do with SoCoins. They literally created SoCoins and then were like, what are we going to do with this? And then just decided to just sort of abandon it and do other things. So I don't know what the plan with that is. So Blue Tomatoes asked, would you buy all the training extensions? I mean, probably it's fine. I hate doing training lineups. So like, I just think that's horrendous. So like, I wouldn't really do that personally, but if you want to, you can. Like, look what happened. Like, to me, this is my view on the So coins. Like, I'd rather keep the So coins and just hope that something comes about them at a later date. And if nothing comes about it, so be it. Because like if something does come about it and you just haven't really spent your so coins, you're going to be in position to capitalize on like whatever they would put in there. So Colonel Dickweed has said, only concern is I'm scared to win any essence now with non-champion classic lives. I think you're just going to have to go about it. If you are a primary champion person, just don't play other stuff. That's the best answer to it, which I think is unfortunate personally. I do get why they did that, but it's kind of unfortunate and de-incentivizes you to play other stuff. If you play other stuff, like I play everything. So my view on Essence is probably just going to be like, I'm just going to spend it. It is what it is. I'm going to not get champ players all the time. I'm going to get all the options. I can't really do anything about that. So that's kind of my thoughts with that. Peter said, would you trade so coins for rival tickets? I wouldn't, but I have a lot of rival tickets because I stopped playing rivals because it was horrendous. It's still terrible. Like I don't really like it currently, but like I'm playing it just to get to D1 so that I can win Essence because Essence actually matters. So we'll see what they give out in terms of Essence in rivals soon, because is next week the first week we're supposed to figure out what they're giving away in terms of Essence? Like, are they going to show us like what we get in terms of Essence in a week? Like, does it start in rivals next week? I'm unsure on that one. Rascal said he's going to be playing the lottery, playing both champ and contenders. I think you have to. It's unfortunate, but you're probably just going to have to do that. So it's just sort of a screwed if you do, screwed if you don't type of situation. Like you're just going to have to take your 50-50s and hope that you hit a champ card because it is a massive thing. All right. Laird says that he thinks we need to quit the stream and start a new one, guys. So I'll be back in a minute. I'll keep talking. And then we'll restart once he gets it in. So yeah, Rascal, that's the same for me. Rascal says he enjoys both, so he's not going to sell out of one just to play the other. And I agree with that, but I think that other people are going to have a different view. All right, guys, Laird just posted the link in here to the new one. We will be back very shortly, so head on over there, and we'll see you guys in a minute.